I've already. No, I'm not. No. I'm going live, by the way.
You haven't gone live yet, have you?
I have. Hello, everyone. Dad's good old times. Have you fed the cats? Woo! No, I have not. Okay. Hello, everyone. 1 second. It's just currently converting over to Facebook, I believe. If everything goes to plan, we should be all good. Fingers crossed. Just give me 1 second, please. This bit here always takes the longest now, but it's pretty alright. Maybe on Monday. Okay, send. Right, there we go. Oh, hello, Diane, and Diane. Okay. 1 second, sorry. Takes me but a moment. There we are. Right, hello, hello, hello. We are here. Okay, so we do have a few bits and pieces to use. The main thing is these little devoted denim outline butterflies that I want to use. So that are the main little bits that I kind of wanted to use. I shopped not on. And then I've got 2 pieces of rice paper, some pockets, and some flowers. If we do use the flowers, I think I'm going to use the top ones. This is what we made the last time we were on a live in mixed media. It was a Wednesday 2 weeks ago, so there you go, about 3 weeks ago now, which was quite nice. But yeah, that's our last mixed media class we did, and we're going to go on to our next one. So let's just give that a bit of a crease, bit of a fold. Why is it not? It's got a bit of a crocodile going on to it, so we're just going to come in and re-clean that one. These art journals that we've got from Mom are really good on spines. They're not too bad. Sometimes they do lift a little bit, but we're just going to can kind of see where it's got a little bit of a lift there. So I'm just going to come in and readjust. It just means that I've got a bit of glue in the spine. This is quite easy to fix because it's not a huge art journal, and I'm just giving it a bit of a pull. So when it lays down, it should lay flat. Depends if I can get enough. Okay. It'll get there. By the time we start adding medium tilt, will be all good. So let's come in. We're going to create on our little flappy page, which I tried to fix. Didn't go very well. So I had kind of an idea that the base of the page we'd have like a pocket that had butterflies coming out of it, you know? And I kind of had the idea that if we went for the metallics on our butterflies, we water it down and we paint a few of them. And then if we have like either this one here. It's just going to go and annoy Naomi.
As the background.
Coming through.
Or, yay. Or this one here. She might find that a bit difficult. I've got a wall
of barricade.
Yeah.
She's going to sleep on Millie's stuff.
Rightio, cool.
Light's not on.
Yeah, it died 2 minutes in. It doesn't reach far enough.
You can plug it into your laptop.
But then my laptop is...
Okay.
It's a double negative.
Would you like me to get you a longer lead?
Would you like a longer lead?
I'll be fine right now.
Okay.
Oh. Can you please not, Dad?
Dad has this thing with doing karaoke.
Had a good bit of karaoke.
No, I don't. At least not your version. Okay. So I'm just coming in,
It's only like 5 minutes of dinner.
and I think. I'm just deciding on the background. I actually reckon if I do this one here, but I stick it down with pink, so then the lace pattern has a pink tinge to it. And then, oh, yes. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to stick down our piece of rice paper first, and then come and paint our butterflies, which is basically what the whole class is about, is these butterflies. So let's grab out our paintbrush. I did paint at my desk the other day, but I seem to have like cleaned up before I left. So finding everything has been a little bit difficult. So let's just come in, give that some solid water. There we go. And we just keep coming by. Oh, there we go. And we come in here. Just wanna do this. Accidentally had to cut off half of my paintbrush here because of what's it called? It got crushed. I dropped it down and then we put a box on it, and it's a very old paintbrush, and to be fair, the box was metal. It was more like a trunk. Anyway, the end of it got crushed. Very sad. But I'm still using it because it is a good paintbrush. It just feels a bit odd because it's a bit shorter. Hello, Tina. Okay. Let's come in now, and have I said hello to Diane and Diana? I think so. Okay, hello. Sorry. I don't know. I can't remember if I did. I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, I'm truly sorry. Right, let's come in and have a go at this. So we're going to grab our pink, and we're going to stick down our lace with the pink, but I don't want it to be like fully done with it, because what you got to remember is acrylics dry slightly darker. It's like how watercolors dry slightly a little bit more transparent than what they look, or less pigmentized, because like it soaks all the pigment up in the paper. So it's kind of nearly the same principle, but acrylics dry slightly darker than what they look like when they're wet. And that's just because the Montmartre acrylics are a matte finish. That's the main reason. So we want a good thick layering of this still. So we're coming in, giving it a good go. So we've got that as the background. And then just to get it a little bit thicker as the... we are putting down a full sheet of rice paper, so we just don't want any... A hair fell out of my paintbrush then. Any, more bristle. Any air bubbles. Sorry, there we go, there's the word. So what we want to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of this decoupage Montmartre art glue on. It is slightly thinner, and it does dry clear. And what that's going to do is it's going to give our paint a little bit of stickiness, because we have put on a rather thin coat because we use the gesso brush, but I still want it to stick, and I want to have the time to come in and rub it really down. So I'm rubbing the center down and outwards towards the edges. Now the beauty of this is that you can kind of see where you'll have air bubbles, because it's the bits where the pink hasn't fully seeped through the lace, which is quite nice. Because then you can already guess where you need to put a little bit more effort in to the rubbing. But it looks like we got it all on the first batch, which is always the difficulty. Don't want to have to come in and re-lift it up. It's not my funnest thing to do. It's not what I like to do. And then I'm just going to relay my paintbrush up and come in and paint a little bit over the lace because I kind of want it to seem seamless. It is a little bit vintagey. It is the very vintage rice paper lace one. It's the half sheet. Looks quite nice. But yeah, just coming in and giving it a little bit of work there. I'm going to lift it up because I don't know if you can quite see it actually. There we go. So that there is our rice paper stuck down. It's beautiful. It seamed into that background really nicely. And we're just going to come in now and clean our paintbrush. Now that has had glue on it. So if you do this at home, go and wash that immediately. We're going to sit that paintbrush in there for about another 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how long I remember. And then, or when I remember to take it out. Just so then it can soak and get rid of the glue on the bristles, because I don't clean my paintbrushes until the end of class. So just giving it a bit of a soak. I do suggest that if you do it at home, just to immediately go and wash the paintbrush. It saves you all that heartache. Especially if you like the paintbrush you used, which I do. I do like a good gesso paintbrush. They are quite nice to use. Okay. So I'm just laying out the butterflies. Now, I did manage to rescue most of these from Mum's desk. We'll find most of them at Mum's desk. She did use a few on Friday, if you want to see them in use. But we're going to use these ones here now. So I've got my gold. I'm just going to put a little bit up there. I just want a little bit of silver. I am being wary of these two because I used these two last night to do some shading on an artwork, and you know, it's winter, so it's not fully dry, the paint in those two palette tub areas, palette paint areas. So I'm just gonna avoid them like the plague, and then let's come in. Now what we want is we want a very watery brush. And then we want a little bit of the metallic gold and then a bit more water. It's nearly dripping because I kind of want it to be just the shimmer of gold. Because I want to see my outlines. And then I'm just going to put a little bit thicker on there. And there we go. So, oh shoot, sorry. Still getting used to the camera thing. Okay, here we go. There we go. We'll do that again, but this time on camera. So sorry. So there's one butterfly with the gold shimmer wing. So we'll put them over here. Let's grab another one. Right. So remember, the first layer we do is just a light shimmer layer. And then we grab a fair clump with that.
What's the last time we put in?
So there we go. So just a fair size clump of gold paint along the edge. And then there's that one. Just generally gives it a little bit more glow. And then we'll do a few more in the gold and then we'll flick over to the silver. So to make this kind of fast, if you want like a really good contrast, what you got to do is you actually got to paint it, a few of them, and then with the thin layer, and then come in and do the thick layer all at once. So then you're not keep switching and changing the consistency of the paint on your paintbrush. It also gives a time for that thin layer, because it is a little bit watery, just to kind of set in one place before we add in the thick edge layer. So here we go. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to use. So we're going to paint a fair few, and we probably won't use them all, but that's okay. So just coming in, and as you can see, the black lines is not moving. Like, I've really flooded some of these, and there's just no lift at all. Alright, so that's had a bit of time to dry. Now let's come in and do the thick edge. There we go. Come and do the thick edge over on this one. Gives them kind of a bit of a bronze look. Oh, hi, Kelly. Yes, we are all good. You know, slicing and dicing through the orders I am. Of, oops, flicked paint everywhere, I think. Maybe. Don't think so, actually. We'll be fine. I'm going to say slicing and dicing through the orders I am. Only a few more left to finish. I'll be all done by Wednesday, I reckon, which is not too bad. Just, you know, got lots going on. Our new landline works too. It's quite handy. It's got 3 phones, so I've got one of the phones out of my manufacture area. Dad's got one at his office desk, which is just kind of adjacent to mine. It's like the middle of the shop. You can imagine the full shop layout. And then there's one right up the front counter. So it means that we're no longer running to the phone. Like, I do like it, but at the same time, I might lose the ability to run. Because I got to tell you right now, I get a lot of exercise from running from one end of the shop to the other to catch the phone. On our old one, we used to get, I think it was 3 rings, and then it was unanswerable from our end. So, you know, it really did put the pressure on to make it to the door, or to the phone. Okay, so there's those ones. I think, just having a look at the general size of them. We are only doing a 1-page layout, so don't want to flood it. And I do want a few left that are just black and white. So hold up, we have that many gold, And we have that many black and white, and then we have, so silver. Yeah, we'll have this many silver. Okay, let's come in and do our silver ones now. So just cleaning that paintbrush right off, and if you want, you can just come and dab it out. This is one of my painting jumpers, so we're all good. Most of my clothes are painting clothes, so you know, we're good there. There we go. There we go. And we're just going to come in. Once again, we really want to make sure it's like kind of a bit milky. It's a bit hard to tell with the silver. It does make it go a tinsy bit grey, just because of its colour. Nothing overly to be worried about. Just going to come in. We've got 2 more to do with this thin coat. One. 2, and then let's come in with thick coat. So just coming in. It's not going to be as effective as the gold because the silver has a little bit less contrast in it than what gold metallic does, but that's fine. We're also a little bit heavy-handed, but I do like them. Haven't done this one. Just kind of keeping tabs on which ones I have and haven't done. Okay. And I do want them to kind of dry tonight, so we are going to hit them with the bit of the heat tool. It's not my favourite thing to do, but you know, it is winter. Okay, here we go. Yes, these butterflies are new. They're a new colour cut, not a fussy cut, a colour cut. They are the Devoted to Denim outline butterflies. If you actually go to the What's New tab, they should be in, I think, the 2nd row, depending, or the 4th row, depending on what device you're on. And like if you're on a phone or a tablet or an iPad or a laptop. So let's just come in and dry our painted ones without them flying away on us. No, don't fly away. There we go. And now it's all good. Move these ones just up and away so we can put the journal vector. Okay, so here we go. So journal's back down. There we are now. And that's nearly wet too. Let's come in. And I was thinking pink pockets. So we just, yeah, cut out these two here. Though we maybe not need them. Just don't like how it doesn't go the full width, you know what I mean? Like, I love a good pocket, but we'll see. 1 second. And I also had an idea about this one, so just let's come in first. Give these all a little bit of a go. So, you know, what if actually came in? Okay, got a better plan. 1 second. Had a brainwave. Yeah, they really are nice butterflies, and because you can color them to the color you want. Like, you can use pens, pencils, you could use watercolors, realistically anything on the butterfly color cards, and they'll color. Okay, so let's, well, any you know, pigmented thing, if you color them white with a white paint pen, they are going to end up being fully white, just as a heads up, you know. Okay, so let's, don't worry, I'm not going to cover. I think what instead I'm going to do is now I'm going to come in and just 1 second, people, sorry. Okay, there. Do we have sound now? Please say yes to the sound and thing. Okay. Yeah, I know, no picture. I had to quickly try and fix it. It takes a bit of time. Okay, that, yes. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, sorry about that. I think I'm just overloading this now. But what do we think? I'll lift it up in a second. I'm gonna stick the actual the frame piece down with a thick layer of modeling paste. So then that pink, these pink flowers are a little bit lighter, and we can just slide them in underneath as well. That, yeah, it is a lot of butterflies. I think I might have to take a few away. Hold up. Let's just put, because I've shaped them. And I've also shaped that one. Let's put them over here and then stick down our frame. But we know what we're kind of aiming for, which is nice. And then, yeah, I think we could probably do with a few less butterflies, maybe, you know. Oh, thank goodness. Sometimes, yeah, when people call our phones when we're on lives, it gets a little bit chaotic trying to get it all back up and working again. Okay, here we go. Let's put this one down here next to the frame. Lift these up so you guys can see. I like working this like you guys being this close to the page. It means I don't have to lift as much. You can also see a lot of the detail, which is really nice. We didn't get that with the old frame we had, so I do like this new one. Just got to keep remembering to make sure that I'm in the frame. So this is my modeling paste. Now you will notice that even though around the edge it's not very clean and my lid's got paint all over it, that inside the tub here there is no coloured paint, and that's really important, especially if you want your modeling paste to last. You don't mix it in the tub. Get a little bit out and you mix it outside of the tub, just because otherwise it can cause your modeling paste to go off if you mix a large portion in your tub, or if you don't put the lid on properly. Obviously dries out, especially here in Queensland. You might have a bit of a grace period down in Victoria, maybe. I don't know. I assume it would still dry out pretty easily. It's Australia. Okay. So let's lift, lower, and stick down. Okay. So what we do is we just come in and let's get a little bit more leeway room here. And what we are going to do is we are going to make it look a little bit textured down there with our modeling paste. We're going to come up. Let's put the lid on that one. We won't need it anymore. Now, where's this palette here? We need a little bit of the gold. I'm just going to lightly touch up a bit of the edge here. Give it that bit of the gold there, and then our water. Gonna come in with this silver here. Put a little bit down there. Clean it out, and then sorry, 1 second. The next bit we're going to do is with some watercolor just really quickly. Give me 1 second. So the next bit we're going to do is just with a little bit of watercolor. I think we're going to do it with this color here. We want to come and create a little bit of shadowing up the top here. So let's just... Oh. See, remember to take it out. Come in here. And just really get into the gap here. Come in and keep grabbing. A bit more. Okay. And just grab this watercolor, and remembering that it does dry lighter, the watercolor. So we want to add in plenty of pigment, which is why our paintbrush is actually really dry. We're trying to get as much pigment as we can. From our palette, from our watercolor palette there. Right, now we've got that all set up. Looks very nice. Let's come in and stick down our butterflies. So we've got a bit of shading down a bit of a frame. Oh, that's one of the ones I was trying to avoid. Oh well, we'll live. So our butterflies do stand out a little bit more in some areas. What I'm going to come and do, I'm just going to dip the bottom of my butterfly into the decoupage glue I've got there, and I've got a bit of excess, so each second one I'll do with my finger. So I've got... Take off the excess. It does dry clear, so you don't really have to take off the excess. I just don't really like wasting too much. So there's that one. So we might go for less is more in this case, but we'll see how we go. Maybe another one. Over here. And then if we put one more down here. Do we think we need any more Should we put another one down here? Put this. Like so. Okay. I've got modeling paper. Okay. There we go. What do we think? So like they're kind of flying upwards, and now if we get our fan brush, get a bit of water on our fan brush. Where is that paint palette? Or the watercolor palette? Let's just grab out this one, try and get all that fan brush in there and give it a good twist. It's kind of like putting spaghetti on a fork. Just getting it nice and wet. So then what I'm going to do is just going to remove some of the flicks away. Just by lifting that colour with a bit of a wet paintbrush. You can do it while the rice paper is a little bit tacky underneath. And the butterflies aren't fully dry. Just by... Okay. And there we go. I think we might be done.
The TikTok symbol. She was having a bit too much of a good time under the hot water, just standing there.
Well, you know, warm water. It's amazing. So thank you so much. Oh yes, thank you, Ronnie. Yeah, I think that is the perfect amount. I did end up getting a bit of white paint on there. Meh, we'll be fine on the cover. Okay, so that one there is our mixed media page. From when we come, it's our first one being back. We are back again this week for our weekly classes. On Wednesday and Thursday, and then Mum, do we have a Friday Night Live? I'll update them on that later. We'll update you on that one there. We are doing a little bit of class schedule changes just because we are in catch-up mode for about a week of weekly classes. Nothing to worry about, honestly. The classes will be there very soon. It's just, I don't know. Yeah, it might be I don't think it will be Saturday. Okay, we'll figure that one out. But yes, there we go. There's all of, I just needed a bit more pink. Okay. There we go. Now I'm happy. Sorry. Okay. Oh, good. Thank you all for coming. And yeah, we will be back during the week. Have a wonderful time. And we are glad to be back in teaching. So see you all next week.